So, riddle me this. Why do you give an OnlyFans girl an abacus? It's the thought that counts. Okay, bad joke. Let's get into this intro. On the porch, bro. I think you have. Little sense of poison rationality never hurt nobody, bro. God damn. Hi, hello, and howdy. Welcome to whatever fucking episode of the Shaynanigans podcast this is. That's become the standard. I remember, like, the first few episodes where I forgot the number. I was like, I'll start writing it down. And then I just didn't. And here we are. It's been at least 10 episodes that I haven't remembered the number. Now, it's easier for me to remember how many I haven't remembered than it is to remember the actual number of episodes. Like, what the fuck, dude? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. So, oh man, let's see. What happened to me this week, man? So, a couple days ago at work, I came in contact with the first, like, I'm a driver, right? So I'm not usually there, like, at the warehouse during the day, but I forgot something, so I had to come back real quick, and I came in contact with the first AntiMasker I've ever had to deal with in, like, a workplace scenario. Like, yeah, you see them at the fucking grocery store, you see them at whatever. Somebody's at Facebook, you always see them throwing a fucking fit, but I actually was there, you know, and we had to deal with that shit. So, I forget my, we have like a tablet thingy that you gotta take with you and put all your orders on and shit, so I forgot that. It's important, so I had to like fucking run back in there and get it real quick, and we don't have to wear masks at work. We wear them, we keep them in our pockets, and then we wear them, you know, when a customer walks up, because, you know, safe. So, I didn't have mine on me. I walk up, and this dude comes out of fucking nowhere. I guess he must have been waiting, dude, because I guess they'd already told him once he had to have his mask on, so he sees me. He sees me walk out with no mask, and he's like, that's my guy. This is my anti-mask buddy. We're gonna take down the fucking system together, and we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna get my parts that I need. So he comes out of he must have been waiting in his car in the parking lot, because he literally pops up out of nowhere, and it's like, and he's real country, and he should have been wearing a mask, because he had about fucking 10 teeth total, and he's like, hey man, that damn girl in there, she told me I couldn't get my parts if I wasn't wearing a mask, and I told her, I just need this one thing. I'll get in my truck. You can just throw it in there. And I was like, and we're having this conversation next to a giant 6x8 fucking sign on this giant wall that's like, customers must wear masks to receive service. And like, why? I still don't get why it's a fucking big deal. But he's like, yeah, man, this damn woman in here wouldn't give me my damn axle. This damn woman, he keeps saying, like, this damn woman, like, it's like now, not only are we no mask buddies, now since we're both men, it's like we're supposed to team up on this girl, like, this damn woman, she wouldn't give me my damn part, and I told her I just wait in the truck, and you can just throw it in there, but it's a big part, so, like, it would take people to set it in the bed of his truck, and of course, it's a giant fucking, like, big black jacked up Luke Bryan F-350 or some shit, you know? I got that real good. No, he's like, that damn girl wouldn't give me my parts, and I tried to tell her, man, I don't believe in the mask. I'm not gonna wear the mask. I'm a Republican. I am not. And he starts going off and on about fucking Republicans and infringing rights and shit. And I'm just like, dude, what the? Wear a mask for 2 fucking minutes. Who gives a shit? He's like, I don't even have one. So the girl that he was referring to, who's one of my coworkers, really nice young lady. It feels weird calling somebody a young lady. But she comes out and she gives him a disposable mask. And this guy is such a fucking asshole. He doesn't even put it on and put the little straps over the ears. He just he holds it in front of his face. Like, as if to prove a stupid fucking inbred country point that he's not gonna wear a mask. He fucking puts it on, but not really. Like, dude. Really? This is why we can't do stuff yet. It's because it's your fucking fault. I don't care about everybody else right now, dude. It's your fucking fault that MCR got canceled. It's your fucking fault I can't go to the bar with my friends. It's your fucking fault I can't do anything. So now I'm like, in my head, I'm like, watching all this stuff go down, and in my head I'm like, why was he bringing up the fact that he's a fucking Republican? Like, who gives? God damn it, I hate this guy. Like, fucking this girl, she wants me to follow CDC guidelines, wants me to fucking protect others from my germs and probably my breath, considering I got 9.25 teeth. Nah, dude, fucking Harry Potter and the audacity of this motherfucker, dude. Like, he told me all this stuff in a span of fucking 20 seconds, and I'm just like, hey man, listen, I'm just a driver. I know I'm not wearing a mask, but it's because I work here. We don't have to wear them unless the customers come. I didn't see you, and I'm a driver, so I shouldn't even be here right now. I was like, let me get somebody for you. And as I say that and go inside to get fucking, I wasn't even gonna get anybody, honestly. I was like, fuck this guy. But as I walk in the building, she comes walking out with the mask, and I was like, okay, she's got it under control. But then, you know, they still exchanged some words and stuff. And I was just like, who the fuck are, man? This is why everybody makes fun of America, because that guy is the perfect example of the average American. Like, it's fucking embarrassing, man. It's like the coach from Letterkenny. He kicks a trash can and he's like, fucking embarrassing. That's us right now. We are a goddamn disgrace, and I am sorry. I used to defend us and be like, oh, it's not, no, dude, there's no defending us anymore. There's no defending us, dude. We kind of suck. Goddamn. Fucking embarrassing. But it's always been kind of weird to me that, like, if someone asks you, like, hey, are you Republican or Democrat? It's like, that's the only options you're giving me here? Like, that's the only fucking things? Because, like, you know, especially, like, if you talk to, like my generation of people probably don't give too much of a shit, but, like, it's always people that, like, you meet, people's parents, people's fucking co-workers that are older and shit that want to find out information about you. I guess they're probably just trying to bond with you over shit, but anytime politics and shit like that gets brought up, it always leads to an argument, and it fucking pisses me off, dude. I stay out of it. I don't care. I just, no, I will not. You know, fucking choosing sides, and there's only two sides. How the fuck, it doesn't feel right. If there's only two sides, it feels like something is wrong, because there should be more options than that. So then, you know, people ask you, what are you, and I'm just like, staying out of this one, dude. I fucking, nope. And I think that's the origin of I wouldn't, is fucking, hey, are you the elephant, or are you the, I'm just like, dude, I fucking wouldn't, man, I don't know. But, it's almost like if there were only two football teams, you know? Maybe there's a third one, but they're real shitty and nobody really takes them seriously. They're like, guys, we count too. But that's kind of how it is, right? It's kind of like there's only two football teams. There's the Patriots and the Cowboys, and that's it, you know? And just everyone, you have to pick a side, or it doesn't make sense in people's brains. Like, fucking, then somebody asks you what your team is, and you're like, not the same one as you. Then you have to argue for an hour and a half, and you know goddamn well, dude, when it comes to politics, or football for that matter, you can fucking sit there and argue as much as you want, and, like, on the other side of that conversation, no opinions will have been changed. Because fucking people don't argue about shit like that to change people's minds or to understand anyone else. People just want to be right, and they want to yell, and I want to point in your fucking face, and just, so I just stay away from it, dude. Alright, I can't, and I wouldn't, and I hate it. It's not fun for me. And I'm also dumb as shit, so, like, I don't know anything about any of that stuff. I don't fucking know, okay? I don't know. I know people that I think are smart, and I just kind of go with their idea. Like, if someone asks me, I'll fucking be like, well, my smart friend said Bernie, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know, man. But yeah, man, that fucking, it reminds me, and I can't remember, I know I've said this either on stream or on someone's video one time. I don't remember if it was this podcast or not, but, back when I was doing repos, you know, when you drive for a living, you end up at a lot of shitty gas stations. A lot of gas stations in general, but a lot of shitty gas stations. Sometimes you just gotta pee, you know, and it's fucking, you look and you see the fucking Valero off in the distance, and you're like, oh, thank God. But going to a lot of gas stations and shit, you end up getting talked to and questioned by so fucking many homeless people and so many just random people trying to sell you stuff. Like, if I had a fucking nickel for every time someone who I guess had just stolen a like a necklace, and then tried to sell it to me, dude, I'd have at least 11 nickels, and that's not an exaggeration. That's way too exact of a number for me to exaggerate, right? But so I walk up this one time, and there's a dude, and he's got these clear bags, and they're obviously filled with like Dallas Cowboys memorabilia. This is like a smaller town, kind of outside of Dallas, so prime Cowboys territory. He's got this bag full of fucking like Snuggies and hoodies and hats and fucking shit, like, just general Cowboys memorabilia. And so he walks up, or I'm walking. I'm just trying to go right into this thing. I'm right into the gas station. He's kind of off to the side. He's like, "Hey man, come here." I'm like, "No, I don't wanna." And that's another. I'm just like, I don't wanna. I wouldn't. And he's like, "You're gonna want to see this." And I'm like, "Bet you I fucking don't." And I don't know why I almost went a little bit of George Bush there. We were laughing in call last night about how fucking George Bush impression is just me going and then doing finger guns, and that's the whole fucking impression. But he's like, "You're gonna want to see this," and I was like, "God fucking damn it, I doubt it." So I go over there just because, dude, those are always anyone standing on a street corner, there's a fucking 60% chance they're batshit crazy. So it's best to not anger them. It's easier to just see what they have to say no, and leave, than it is to ignore them and get fucking yelled at, So I go over there, and he's got these fucking bags of like Cowboys merchandise and shit, and he's like, "Hey man, are you a Cowboys fan?" And I was like, in my head, I'm like, I should just say yes, but I don't want the stuff. But like, I don't know, dude. I'm stupid, so I didn't just be like, "Yeah, but I don't have any money." I was just like, "No." And he's like, his whole demeanor changes. He's like, "Hey man, you want some Cowboys merchandise?" And I say no, and he's like, "Are you a hater then?" So, sir, the only two options are that I am a Cowboys fan or a hater. That's the only two choices. You got Republican or Democrat. I'm either a Cowboys fan or I'm a hater. That's the only two options you're giving me, dude. That's it. That's all I got, really. So I'm like, no, I'm not a hater. And the way he said hater too, he did that little fucking, just the fact that I had the audacity to say that, he has to fucking head wiggle the energy out a little bit. The fucking just, So I was like, no, I'm not a fucking hater. I just don't really care for football, dude. He's like, it like broke him that a person like me could exist. And I know I'm not the only one, dude. This isn't me trying to sound cool. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care, dude. I'm sorry. I don't care about a lot of the standard things that I think a lot of dudes care about. Like the fucking, dude, I don't care about the stats of your fucking running back. I don't give a shit about fantasy football. I don't fucking care what I don't care that you know what college they went to and how much they signed for. I don't, dude. All that information is so fucking unnecessary to me. Like, what will that ever get you? And granted, I know plenty of fucking useless information, but at least, like, if you were to ask me, to name 10 Pokemon of a certain type, I'd be like, I got you. But if you ask me to name 10 running backs, I'm going to be like, why the fuck would I ever want to know that? I don't give a shit, I could probably still, I could probably give you at least 6 just out of, being around it for so long. But I just do not give a fuck, dude. I cannot bring myself to fucking care about that shit. And, it's like, I'll go to the game, I'll fucking hang out with the boys, but I'm just there to drink and socialize. If you want to fucking clap and cheer and yell and high five, I'm the dude still just sitting there with the pretzels and the mixed drink, just like, sure are a lot of people clapping in here, I'm that Debbie Downer at the fucking, at the football. Granted, okay, listen, if it's the Super Bowl, that's different. That's a fucking once a year thing. I get it. It's a special occasion. Maybe I'll get a little bit hype. There's better snacks that day too, so that's a whole different thing. But it just doesn't fucking make sense. It's the same thing with like, have y'all ever met a truck person? Like a guy that has like a Ford truck, and since he has a Ford truck, he talks shit about Chevy, Dodge, Toyota, everything. I fucking cannot stand those people because they're like, he pulls up in a Ford and somebody will pull up in a fucking Chevy and they're like, well, it's a damn shame you had to fucking disgrace my line of sight with that piece of shit. what is that, a fucking 2019? Goddamn, what a waste of fucking money. Can't wait to see how long before you're stranded on the side of the highway and I'm going to drive past you flipping you off, you fucking piece of shit, Chevy driving fucking asshole. It's like, what? It's a new truck. It's nice. Eat shit, you know? And that's the same way I feel about fucking football. Like, you say, like, oh, yeah, I'm a Steelers fan. And then a Cowboys fan comes out of nowhere and it's like, fuck you. We're fighting now. And it's like, I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. And it's a certain type of a lot of times the truck dudes and the cowboy dude and the football dudes are the same type of people, you know? Like, it'll be a dude and he owns about 8 jerseys. He's fucking his Facebook or Instagram description will be like hashtag #1 Cowboys fan, hashtag feed Zeke, hashtag Des caught it, hashtag this is our year, hashtag we didn't boys. Like, you'll fucking dude will be married for 20 years, have kids, own his own business, and his first thing in his bio will be like hashtag Des caught it though. Dude, how fucking long ago was that? Shut the fuck up. Wasn't that like 6 years ago? What the fuck? Still, dude? You're still on Des caught it, bro? Okay. That just tells me not to fucking click add friend on your profile is all that tells me, dude. 6 years ago, dude. He did catch it, though. I'll give him that, you know? Oh, fuck. Hashtag we done boys. Oh, shit. So, I don't really have a transition into my next couple things here, but, I fucking, you know, what's it called here? I don't, sometimes, dude, with this fucking podcast and with my YouTube channel in general, I think it's real easy to lose motivation. I don't, like, you do the same thing so many times and see the same fucking 20 views or whatever, which is great because that's still way more than I used to get, you know, but like it's just easy to get burnt out sometimes. And I kind of go through phases where like sometimes I really enjoy this. Granted, I always enjoy doing this podcast, but on the upload and then looking at it the next day and seeing the retention and all that shit, it's real easy to like doubt yourself and get burnt out. But the one thing I will say about you guys, the people that listen to this, you guys are so fucking nice to me about this goddamn podcast. Like, I swear to God, there's been so many occasions where I'll either join a Discord server or I will fucking someone will send me a screenshot or somebody will do something. Like, I will not be actively seeking out this information, but I'll stumble across somebody just saying out of the blue that they enjoy the podcast or that, you know, they fucking listen every week or that, you know, this part of this was funny or, you know, someone will put a fucking screenshot of my face and I'm doing a dumb face or something, which is still, you know, just the fact that you listened, I like to hear it. But it just, I don't know, man, you guys are so fucking nice. And like, maybe it's because just being a content creator in general, like, it's real, like I said, it's real easy to get burnt out, but like, those fucking the compliments or just the positive feedback, man, it goes so far. You know, like especially like girls will share posts and it'll be like, you know, dudes will get one compliment and ride that shit for 10 years. That's exactly how content creators feel, dude, because you fucking get one positive review on something that you created and uploaded, or, you know, you get one good comment or something like that. And dude, for 2 weeks, I'll be like, wow, I'm fucking barely making ends meet, but like, at least that one guy really thought my joke was funny, you know, like. And it's dude, that's the fucking truth though, man. And I know a lot of you guys are content creators out there, so I know you know how I feel. And seriously though, just, you know, thanks for being nice, because it does. Granted, I know I don't fucking do the best job of like interacting with you guys and shit like that, but I do appreciate it, and you're kind of the fucking best. So, you know, I would, you know. Last but not least here, I can't believe you ever accidentally repress something and then like you'll smell a smell you smelled 20 years ago and it brings back a memory or something. Like, I had a thing happen to me, and you know this is a long time ago because it was in a fucking Blockbuster parking lot. I was almost abducted as a kid. So all this Wayfair shit was in the news and stuff, and I didn't even think about it, and then we were making jokes about it the other night, and it kind of hit me like I could have ended up in a cabinet somewhere, you know? So, my parents are divorced, and shout outs to 2 Christmases though, you know. So they did the whole fucking, you know how it goes, dude. If you come from a I was gonna say a broken home, but that makes it sound so much more fucking dramatic than it is. If your parents don't like each other after they fuck a couple times, they get a divorce. Who gives a shit, you know? But 2 Christmases though, sometimes 3, you know. But so my parents did my mom had custody, but my dad would get me and my brother on Wednesdays and every other weekend. So on every other weekend, he'd come scoop us up on Fridays, and we had a tradition, right? We'd go to the grocery store. He'd pick out and my dad's a real big old fucking drunk country dude. So it wasn't ever hey, let's make some pasta. It's always pick some meat for me to grill, and then get you some fucking snacks. And that's that. My dad's diet 100% consists of bratwurst and Bud Light. If you were to fucking dissect him right now, you'd probably find whole ass fucking Jimmy Dean sausage links and then just Bud Light as far as the eye can see, yeah, so we'd fucking go pick up a bunch of shit to barbecue, and then we'd stop by Blockbuster, and we would get 1 game and 1 movie to watch, right? So this particular time, I was probably about 8 or 9, maybe a little bit younger. I know my brother, I'm 3 years older than my brother, and he was just able to do stuff to not have to be held. He could walk places and stuff like that. So I must have been 7, maybe 6, somewhere like that. I don't know kids' ages, dude. I don't fucking know. But we go to Blockbuster, and I'm fucking exhausted. This is back when naps were big. And I say that, and I literally took a nap today, and it was fucking awesome. But this was back when naps were mandatory. You had to be taking naps, or you're going to be a little asshole. Your fucking parents weren't going to like it. So I was fucking exhausted, and I was like, y'all just pick the movie and the game. I don't even care enough to go fucking get whatever you want to play on fucking PS2, dude. I just want to fucking go to sleep. So my dad had this little single cab truck. They go in, and this was back when you could leave a kid in a hot car and no one would angrily post on Facebook about it. This was back fucking 100 degrees Texas weather, dead heat of the summer. You could just leave a kid in the car and nobody would go fucking calling the police, dude. There's simpler times when you could just leave a kid in your car and nobody would, go fucking talk to the manager, fucking break your windshield out. This is back when you could just let them be, dude. Kids were tougher back in the day when you could just let them suffocate just a little bit, dude. There's plenty of oxygen in there. No windows cracked. You don't gotta leave the keys in it. Just fucking just let them lay, dude. Oops. I just yanked my headphones out. Oops. But so my dad and my brother go into the Blockbuster and to go pick out the movie and the game, and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking tired. I'm gonna just sleep right here. So I'm asleep in the passenger seat with my head up against the glass of the window, and I hear a thud on to the left of me, and I don't wake up, but I hear a thud. And when you're asleep but you won't be asleep for long, you kind of expect that's probably my dad coming on the other side or whatever. So I hear a small a clank over there, a thud, whatever you want to call it, and then 4 fucking seconds later, I hear, and my head is leaning up against the glass of where the glass meets the door, where the window meets the fucking rest of the interior of the door, and I hear someone try to open the handle of the truck, and it's an old ass fucking probably 98 or some shit, old ass Chevy truck, and I hear somebody try to open the fucking thing, and it clinks, and he goes fuck, and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm fucking 7 years old. What the fuck is going on in here? And all I see is some guy getting back into some older car, a fucking Camaro or a fucking Pontiac or some shit, and kind of just skirts off out of the fucking parking lot. And I was still 3/4 of the way asleep, what the fuck was that? And I look and I see that both doors were locked, and I was like, well, that's good, I guess. I don't know what the fuck that was. And I kind of just go back to sleep a little bit. So fucking 5 minutes later, my dad and my brother walk out, and I'm like, did y'all come fucking yank on the door or something? And they're like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, somebody tried to open the door and then yelled a bad word and sped off. And my dad was like, no, they fucking didn't. Whatever, dude, you were dreaming. You're a fucking kid. You don't know. And he's if I didn't mention my dad was a drunk earlier, it's fucking, you can tell by the way he handled the situation. He's like, no, you like immediately were just like, you're fucking lying, you little pussy. You didn't almost get abducted. Child fucking sex slaves aren't a thing. This is the 90s. I just locked you in a hot car for 30 minutes. Who gives a fuck, you know? And then of course fucking they're like, whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure, because like I heard it first over there, and then I was leaning my head against the glass and I heard it like 2 inches from my fucking ear, the clank of the door, and then he said fuck and drove off. I'm like, whatever. And I was like, you know what? No, you're right, Dad. No, I'm lying. That's what happened. I figured I'd get you with a good prank that you know, that I almost got diddled. And like, granted, now though, looking back on it, I'm kind of flattered, because like I wasn't the cutest little kid. I wasn't ugly, but like, just to think that someone out there was like, I'm fucking that kid. That's kind of nice. It's kind of warms your heart a little bit to think that someone was leaving. Someone, you know, went to go pick up like American Pie or something from Blockbuster and was like, wow, that's a nice little kid. I might try to fuck him real quick. And then was like, oh, the door's locked. Oh shucks, time to head back out. You know, can't wait till Redbox gets invented so I don't get fucking almost diddled anymore. You know. Oh shit. I don't even know where to go after that. I swear I had another fucking another tidbit of a joke over there, but just the fucking Redbox thing is funny. And at that time too, I looked like fucking little blonde chubby Harry Potter, cuz I was in whatever grade I was in. I was in elementary school, and I distinctly remember we lived kind of close to the school, so me and my brother and my neighbor's kids, we would walk to school sometimes. And on picture day, dude, on fucking picture day, we raced to school, because that's a great idea. I'm wearing a nice little, I'm wearing a button down and like boat shoes and shit. I'd trip and fall over my shoelaces, because like I said, stupid, couldn't tie them right. And I bust my fucking head open on the pavement, and like right fucking here, somewhere in there, I get a giant fucking line of a scar. Looks just like low budget fucking diabetes Harry Potter. And I had real like oval Coke bottle glasses, so I really did look like a young frizzy Jewish fucking Harry Potter with blonde hair, you know. So I wasn't looking my best at this time. All I'm trying to say is this guy must have known my personality if he wanted to fuck me. You know what I'm saying? This guy wasn't here on looks alone to, you know, to come try to abduct you, boy. This guy must have been like, wow, you know. I feel like he's a sweetheart, you know. I feel like maybe he needs, you know, he'd be good for conversation in 20 years, you know. This kid's going somewhere. He's gonna have a podcast one day. Let's put him in the Firebird, you know. Oh man. So yeah, that kind of covers it. We got the abacus joke in there. Fucking stupid politics. Fucking stupid football. Fucking homeless people trying to sell you shit. Divorces. Shout outs to 2 Christmases. Hashtag Des caught it. Abducted. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered it, guys. Yeah, there's not really much else to say. So yeah, let's just end it here. Like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. Thank you guys, seriously. I know I mentioned it already, but I do appreciate, you know, just the fact that you guys are listening to me talk about the dumbest shit I can possibly think of. Oh man. Oh man, I forgot to tell you guys. I heard a hell of a queef this weekend, and it was hilarious. It sounded like you were opening a brown paper bag underwater. Oh, buddy, was it funny. But, sorry. I'm just gonna throw that in there. Like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. I will see you guys next week for whatever fucking episode comes next. Bye forever. So